today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Justin Herbert and the Los Angeles Chargers versus Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Los Angeles Chargers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted last week.
And the Steeler pressured too much here. He's going down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Now it's Herbert. And he can't bring it in. Incomplete. He dropped it on the crossing route. 4th down now. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And it's fielded at the 34. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
Wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
And hoping to get rid of that interception bug. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. First carry for Najee Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. This defense for the Chargers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, 20, 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture of the AFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up. But rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Running on first down, Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Back to throw here, Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
No surprise they decided to throw on third down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Second and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Joey Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. I was waiting for them to get there first because the momentum they carry from last week, unbelievable. They had a snowman, 8 sacks.
You were surprised that it took this long, and this isn't that long, truthfully. But here's the thing. If you've seen that on tape, your offensive line is going to have to ask for help. Tight end has to stay in. If you use a fullback, keep him in. Make sure you have extra people to try and keep your quarterback upright. Didn't work on that play.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. The pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
On fourth down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now second and 11 from the 32. Draw play. It's Eckler. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36. A gain of about 4. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
Fielded just inside the 20. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen.
And he's taken down inside the 30. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. Wide open. It's Allen, complete. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. And now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now a play fake. Rodgers flushed out right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man.
Of course we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
I showed it right there, outside of the pocket and on the money. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Now Rodgers rolling to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Joey Bosa has He's now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last. They'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Flush to his right. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 16. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is. The kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line. Herbert. Open man is Trey Burton. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, he made that catch knowing full well that at the end of it, he's going to catch a pretty good lick.
I guess if there's anyone on this team that can absorb a pop, it's him. On second down, Eckler, and he gets it down to the 32.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there, pick up the first down.
play action. It's Herbert. This is the tight end, Njoku. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
He finds his target, Allen. Touchdown! Keenan Allen with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Aaron Rodgers, we focus on him for our players. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 22-yard line. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants at the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now
pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts?
It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returnable here from the 38. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll start by heading out west, State Farm Stadium in Glendale. And just a field goal separating the two sides. 10-7 is the score. The Cards still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we'll take a trip east to check on the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Detroit Lions. Justin Fields, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Mixon has a run for a touchdown. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off near his own 48. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 38.
41 yards on the ground for him so far.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Oh, Johnson, nice grab.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big play there on the catch and run. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. That is caught at the 7.
And the Steelers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And how nice is it for him to know that when he gets outside the pocket, he's got a reliable tight end he can go to. So he's able to look his way, find his big target, and set up 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Rodgers going to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Harris. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Give to the fullback. This is Watt. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Derek Watt, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
More from L.A. in a moment. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Charger drive about to get going. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Completes it to the tight end, Burton. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. looking to throw again on second down.
Herbert got an open man. It's Josh Palmer.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler, and he'll get it down here to the 43.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 22, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 38. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
A give, Eckler running to the right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
More from L.A. in a moment. Here's second and 10.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here the 32. And now the rookie's free. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
So now the Steeler offense coming onto the field. They'll try to add 2 more. Rodgers will throw for it. He'll buy some time right. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession.
And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the third. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And give him about 5 drive as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Chargers on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Herbert. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he's got this down to the 35.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Herbert's throw here into the hands of Jones. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Again, Madison.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Kelly.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Joshua Kelly.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taking it about the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The Steelers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. They'll roll him out right. Here's Johnson with a reception. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Rodgers got to have this one.
Again, it's Johnson.
And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On play action, it's Rodgers. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. And again, it's Rodgers. Eluding, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And quickly they get to the line. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Rodgers again now. Escaping the pressure. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers. Steps away. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. Now it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. Touchdown! That's caught.
Pat Freiermuth.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. To throw is Rodgers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not getting...
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They hand this off to Harris, and they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Rodgers in control as he hurries his guys to the line.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field.
More from L.A. in a moment. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And they'll get him down short of the 1st down, right on the 10-yard line.
Come on, let's go. Bring it.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down.
So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson. McPherson's kick is good.
And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about... coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Herbert and the Chargers down by a field goal. 1:17 remains.
How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Pass complete. It's Madison.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Herbert.
Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Herbert going to throw. This goes out wide from Madison.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Back to throw, Rodgers. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up.
More from L.A. in a moment. On first down, it's Samuels.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call. But when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. Rolling to his right. Space to run past the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Rodgers being chased out left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot.
And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans streaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road,